5:30 p.m. I'm calling the Monday, January 12th, 2026 meeting of the Ayer Board of Health to order.
Okay, this meeting / hearing of the Ayer Board of Health will be held in person at the location provided on this notice. Members of the public are welcome to attend this in-person meeting. Please note that while an option for remote attendance and/or participation via Zoom is being provided as a courtesy to the public, the meeting, / hearing will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the virtual broadcast, unless otherwise required by law. Members of the public with a particular interest in a specific item on this agenda should make plans for in-person versus virtual attendance accordingly. This meeting will be live on Zoom, and the public may access proceedings by joining Zoom meeting ID number 978-772-8220, or by calling 929-205-6099. For additional information about remote participation, please contact Samantha Benoit, Administrative Coordinator, at sbenoit@ayer.ma.us, or 978-772-8220, extension 145, prior to the meeting.
Thank you. Nicely done. All right, public input. Nobody here in person.
Crickets.
Anybody in the
Just Bridget.
Zoom
Oh,
room?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Hi, Bridget. So then, in that case, let's go on to the first item, which also involves Bridget and our guest tonight as well, Cecile. So the Neshoba Inns and Suite has filed for their motel hotel permit renewal for this calendar year. And we have a copy of the license application. And Bridget, do you have any like background or anything that you'd like to offer, or?
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. So we received the application for a renewal, and we had done a inspection, the fire department, Mike from the building department and myself over the summer. We haven't done another one since. We're trying to coordinate that within the next couple of months. But because of some issues in the past, we wanted just to make sure that the board had no issues with the permit being issued. And I just wanted to reach out to the police department to find out if there were if they were seeing anything down there, just so the board had that information before you issue the permit.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the history of it.
Okay. Thank you very much. And yes, I did see that you emailed Chief Gill, who came back promptly with some numbers. Would you like to come up and join us? I've got a couple of questions about the data that you emailed it. So thank you for pulling this together so quickly.
Well, I wish I could take credit for it, but it's our records department that are jumped right on it and compiled it all together. So
Well done.
great people down there.
Really appreciate it. Absolutely. So the summary that you gave us, which is really nicely broken down. So it's what type of call you got and then how many calls. And this goes back to July 1st of 2025 through like roughly the date
That day,
it was
the
filed.
day that I sent it to you.
Okay. All right. So I was kind of wondering, and Bridget, feel free to chime in if you've got questions specifically too. I'm kind of wondering how to interpret the data because it looks like a lot of activity, but I'm not sure what activity, counts as maybe concerning or problematic. Like what are things typically like area/building checks? Because that was a lot of them.
Great question. So mostly the midnight crew, they travel the town. They kind of hit every road, and when they check certain areas, special reporting areas,
Yeah.
or districts, they check off that they're doing an area check or a building check. So it's just a matter of just going through parking lots.
Okay.
Probably that loop they're probably doing that, going through Shop and Save, doing all the businesses over there just to make sure Everything
Okay,
appears to be
okay.
how it was when everybody locked up for the day.
So that means it's an activity that they did, or is somebody calling to say,
No,
could
that's
you
definitely,
do it?
so one of the, I can kind of maybe tick down some things for you. So the
Yeah.
area building checks are innocuous. That's
Yeah.
just us doing our
Okay,
proactive
gotcha.
work.
Routine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. General services could be, actually, everything else is going to be us getting called down there, looking at
Okay.
some sort of service request down there.
Yeah, like what's the difference too between, so if it's a medical, is that someone calls the police for medical, or you're accompanying fire, or?
Yeah, so as you know, that we're a regional dispatch center, so we dispatch both
Yeah.
police and fire for us in Shirley. And in Ayer, we go with every medical call.
Okay, okay, so that's a good measure of how many medical calls
Yep.
we've had there too, so 21 medical. All right, lockouts are like getting locked out of,
That could be a combination of a lockout of a car or locked out of a room. I'm going to imagine
Okay.
it's cars, since I think that there's backup keys over it.
yeah, okay.
Out there.
Stuff like paperwork, that's serving papers?
That could be us it's us serving court process.
Yeah, on like a resident or
Yep.
somebody
So
was
it
staying
could be
there.
us serving if we try to serve an arrest warrant and the person isn't there, it's logged as paperwork service because of that. But it could be a restraining order, could be just a summons to court, but
Okay.
it's criminal process.
So it's something that requires the
Police
police
to serve,
and
yep.
serve. Yeah, all right, so that could be a bunch of things. The welfare checks are somebody's calling you to, hey, could you check on
Correct.
somebody, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's usually a family member that is looking to make sure that their loved one is okay.
Okay, all right, gotcha on that.
Yeah. Assist citizen seems kind of generic, but.
Yeah, and it is. So it's basically, sometimes it's they call us and they just have some questions, and it doesn't fit neatly into any type of program.
Oh, okay.
So, but that is generally, we're called down there, but it's more of we're just assisting them, kind of pointing in the right direction, kind of thing.
Okay, so it's kind of a neutral, there's nothing bad in
Yep.
particular about it.
I mean, it could be a 911 call that just turned out to be really not necessarily for a 911.
Yeah, okay. Okay. And then the other one that was, kind of at least in the double digits was the disturbances. How do those usually work? Again, is it somebody else calling, or is it the?
So that could be a multitude of ways that happens. So that could be a neighbor that's calling to report something.
Right.
It could be the management, or it could be somebody within a particular room calling that there's a disturbance in that room.
Okay, all right, gotcha.
And this is over a 6-month period.
A 6-month period, correct.
All right.
So is this looking at this data, is this pretty much the same as it would have been last year or the year before? I mean, has anything changed that's glaring on any of this data?
So I mean, we could take a deeper dive, and that information would be available. But I'm going to say from the year before, it's going to be remarkably different because it was a remarkably different location.
Yeah,
That's-
it was
that's
the
right.
shelter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yep.
we had virtually, I would probably say, under minimal calls. I'm not going to put a number on it.
Okay.
It's a minimal call volume at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While that was operating as a shelter.
Right.
Gotcha.
We would have to kind of dig back to the same 6 months prior to that.
And from what we were told originally when they took it over, they had their own people on the
Mhm.
premises that was supposed to be checking on the residents. So
Yeah,
that would make a big
That would
difference.
make sense for
Yeah, it would make a
that.
big difference where
Yeah.
the police wouldn't be called that often.
That was only 1 year, right? It was a shelter for 1
It was
year?
longer.
I think it was a little bit longer.
Yeah.
It was under 2, but over 1.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would have been really different.
Yep.
Because I don't really know what to use for I mean, if I just add up to a grand total, it's like 134 events in 190 days. It's almost an event a day. But so I said, well, a lot of these we can't really count. So what I kind of looked at was I looked at disturbances, arrests, domestic abuse, larceny, and sexual assault.
Mhm.
It's like 16 events in 6 months, which kind of seems, it's not like we have a lot of motels to sort of judge it by. Do you have any feel for that? Like, what kind of police traffic do motels like this usually see?
This is probably, and especially going forward more in, as we know, housing is an issue in this general area, not just Ayer.
Yeah.
So we do have a lot of transient transient residents here.
Yeah.
One of the things that, there's a couple different, comments I want to, put on there, and I'll save the good comment for the end.
Okay.
So, it appears to us that this is an uptick even from before it was a shelter. So it
Okay.
appears that we're a little bit more busier. Now,
Okay.
that doesn't necessarily mean it's a slant on the management.
Right.
It just means that that's the nature of the people renting those residents. What we believe we're seeing is the possibility of people coming and going and coming back.
Okay.
Meaning, is it is it the nature of housing, or is there
Yeah.
some sort of I guess issue with going someplace else intentionally and then coming back, so clocks are ticking different
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
because there's only so many, what's the limit on the stay? And you have transient people that could
Yeah.
be,
Okay, they're gonna be in Ayer for this length of time, then they're gonna go to
Yeah.
Leominster to that motel or
Yeah.
rounds.
Yeah. I can't remember the exact number, if it's 30 days or if it's less than that.
Right.
But you're right, there
and
is.
I could see where
there's a
that,
specific
where that
number.
cycle,
But I can tell you from speaking with my counterparts who also have, hotels and motels, that this is not uncommon. That
Yeah.
a lot of the cities and towns do have this, a similar, maybe not the exact days that we have
Yeah.
as the limit, but it's something that is known to happen. So they stay within their, that the proprietors of the businesses stay
Right.
within the rules.
Okay, gotcha.
With that, we are, so with families come animals. And we've talked about this before, and I don't know if there's been any movement on this. And we have spoken to the owners here. In a couple of these instances that we responded, we've noticed that there was, dogs that were down there. We didn't have any, I don't think we had any dogs registered there.
Right.
So
right.
the animal control went down and spoke with the proprietor of the establishment or the manager, and explained the Board of Health regs on animals in a
Yeah.
hotel. So if you remember, what the specificity is, that it has to be registered, not necessarily in Ayer, but it has to be a registered animal,
Yeah.
and it also has to be up to date on all its shots. Of course, you can't be registered without any of all of that. So,
Yeah.
So our regs make sure that when people with animals, with dogs,
Yeah.
check in, that the dogs have got to be, they got to have their proof of registration, and they got to have their proof of rabies certificate.
Yeah.
So we reminded them of that. We made sure that they had all the information from the town, and if for whatever reason that they had a resident down there, whether it be themselves or a family member living in one of the areas as part of the working
Yeah.
group, that
Yeah.
they would have to make sure that their dog is registered.
Yeah.
Because
do we have guidelines on, I know there's certain breeds, we don't go that
No.
deeply into that,
No.
as far as, that would be the liability of the
Yeah.
motel.
We just say that
Right.
they have to
Right.
be.
Right.
Yeah. They've
Yep.
got to be legal, family licensed, and
Mm.
vaxxed.
yeah, and we're in, the medicals, as you can see, are pretty high for
Yeah.
that short period of time for there. And what we're seeing is a kind of an elder population that are it's no slant to anything. It's just what we're seeing. That there's an elder population that are tending to have to live in
I was
Motels
curious
and
about
hotels.
that. I didn't know what kind
Yeah.
of calls, but that's too bad.
One of the things that, so every time pretty much every one of these calls, our COIN team is being alerted to,
Okay.
and they are making contact where they can. When we have our co-response clinician on, where they're doing any follow-ups there and trying to get anybody that needs services, the services.
Yeah,
Make sure that
yeah.
those are made available to them.
That's fantastic.
I'm glad that's on board. That's great.
Yeah, me too. Me
It's a
too.
good thing.
And then just lastly, the good is, we've worked with them. I guess it's a relatively, I don't know if it's a new owner, but maybe new manager or whatever. But they're very user friendly, and they're
Yeah.
when we come down there, and I'm sure the same as with when they did the inspections, that they are they're very helpful.
Yeah.
They if we need information to further our whatever we're doing, they're always there to help us. So. We're appreciative of that. So any type of the situations that we're down there where we need some further intervention, they're very supportive of what we need to do.
That's good.
That is good.
That is good. They've been very responsive to us too.
Yeah, they've come in.
I've got to say. Yeah.
They have been.
Have I noticed, maybe this just doesn't get broken out separately, but one thing I'm not seeing on here is anything specifically about drug activity? Could that kind of be buried in some of the other stuff? Or?
It could be buried in a lot of this stuff. Drugs and alcohol are
Yeah.
they're definitely there, but there's nothing that's directly come out of that's
Okay.
Been either a charge or arrest or suspicion.
Okay.
And that's what we get these logged that way.
Yeah.
But fear not that they're probably at the root of some of the issues here.
Yeah, it's probably, I'm sure, mixed in, but
Just-
nothing that was
yeah.
like the primary point was.
Correct. And let's just say we were down there for an assist citizen call, one of the innocuous ones, and it turned into like, we see drugs.
Yeah.
You would definitely see that represented. So even though it may start out as something, however it ends out would also be reflected there.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And disturbances could be, there's 10, but that could be,
Yeah, that's kind of.
Generally, with that, I'm going to say that those are probably alcohol related.
yeah.
Is that kind of the loud and rowdy?
Yeah,
Yep.
that kind of thing.
Basically, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, what I talked to Bridget today about where we are with this. What she has done is she sent them an email, just asking about, hey, we've contacted the police and they gave us a summary of what the activity was, and it seemed like there's a fair amount. Do you have any comment on that? And then she also asked for the like visitor log or the customer log, so that she can kind of take a look at, do we have like these repeat stays coming back? So what we can do after she had issued that request to them, so we can't really, I don't think it's appropriate to vote on the
No.
permit tonight because we've still got info coming in. So we're going to invite them to, you can give us an email explanation, you can come in and speak before us, so that would be at our next meeting. And we'll make sure that you know about that too. You don't have to attend. I think this is great. If you have anything else that you'd like to tell us to consider, definitely.
No, I appreciate that. I think you get a kind of a gist of the police department's
Yeah.
kind of response and everything down here.
Pam?
Yeah. Yes.
So I just wanted to let you know, they did respond and pretty much, for purposes of the meeting tonight, if you did want to vote for me to issue the permit,
Okay.
they're happy to give us the logs. I mean, obviously they want to keep some level of confidentiality, which I appreciate.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
basically like a first name, last initial,
Yeah.
and they pretty much just, collaborated with what Chief Gill had said with regard to the incidents that were happening. So they are very forthcoming, and I do have to agree that they're very easy to work with. So, I mean, but they did just respond to that,
Wow.
and you're copied on that as
'Cause
well.
you just sent that out this afternoon. That was so fast.
Yes. Yep. So
Okay.
that's why I said it. So it's up to you guys. did not want to issue any of the permits for for this without the board giving me the authority to do that.
I know, and I hate to leave them like hanging out there without anything for,
Is there an when are they?
It expired on
yeah,
December
it expired
31st.
December 31st.
Okay.
Are you seeing anything, Bridget, that would cause you,
Nope.
or I'll also offer that to Chief Gill, are you seeing anything that would make you feel like perhaps they should not have a permit for a full year at this point?
No, not at all. I think that, you know, what we're seeing is, you know, kind of where society is now in housing
I gotcha.
and residence.
Yep.
And, you know, it's compact living. So we have more people in a central area, and it just looks like that there's a lot. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
and there probably is, but I think that's just the nature of where we're at right now in the residential population there.
Yeah, and they've got 53 rooms in there too. So
And
up
I
to
can't stress
100.
enough that they are very user friendly for us.
Yeah.
And I'm imagining
which
for
is
any of
Yeah.
the people in there. So.
Okay.
And I also want to just, to Chief Gill's point, the same for me, always very responsive.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think given that and the fact that like there isn't really anything that's making me say, well, oh, they shouldn't
Right.
have a permit. It doesn't seem serious enough. It's like kind of concerning, but we can always have them in to talk to us about this later. Is there anything you can think of, Chief, that they could do to kind of help? Is it a matter of, do they need to do more
I think
oversight,
that and again, I think that it's important to know that if I can't come up with an exact example, but I believe that when they've had a problem there, they've gotten rid of them, and not
Okay.
renewed them. So.
Okay.
So that I think they take the appropriate responses when those things happen, and I would imagine that if we came to them and thought that we had some sort of criminal enterprise running out of there, that they would take the appropriate action.
Yeah, they'd do the right thing. Okay. Yeah, based on that, then I'm fine. I think we should continue the follow-up with them, Bridget. So forward me what they sent to you, and I'll bring that, back to this meeting as follow-up next week. But if we want to do if you want to make any motions, I'm comfortable doing a vote.
I make a motion that I want to make sure we get the right wording here.
Yeah. For
Let's see.
Neshoba Inns and Suite is their official name.
I make a motion that we issue a permit for the Neshoba Valley Inn and Suites on Fitchburg Road in Ayer
For 2026.
for 2026 hotel motel.
All right, I second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so we're all set, Bridget, if you want to do it, but just, yeah, I would say stay on the follow-up.
Excuse me.
And thank you very, very much for coming. If
For the rest of the meeting?
I don't think so. You're welcome to stay if you have,
Appreciate it.
if you need a little entertainment in the evening. We can't promise much, but
It's pretty low key.
Offer, but I'm going to move on to the next assignment.
I don't blame
all
you.
right,
Thank you.
absolutely. Let us know anytime if there's anything we can do for you, if you have any questions.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Pam and Trish?
Yes?
So I'm just forwarding, so Pam, you're copied on that response from the owner of the Neshoba Inn.
Okay.
And, I'm just gonna forward this to you, Patricia, and, it'll go to Steve as well, just so you
Okay.
can see their response, and I'll just keep you updated about when we,
Okay.
schedule that inspection. I'm trying to make sure that we do get at least one inspection in per year,
Yeah,
just for our records.
Okay,
seems fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yeah, sounds perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
thank you.
All right, and I'm gonna head out to my next meeting.
Okay, do you have anything else for us for Neshoba before you run?
Under here?
Yeah,
I
anything
think I'm
else?
good.
Yeah. Okay.
We're just doing, we're doing our regular food inspections, and, We are also, what was I just gonna say? There were some calls for housing inspections.
Yeah.
I just let tenants know if they want to actually, if they want to schedule them, to go ahead and give me a call. There were some tenants that were apprehensive. They want to try to work things out with their landlord, so,
Yeah, yeah.
but, yeah, nothing critical.
Okay. All right.
Okey-doke.
Thank you,
All right,
Bridget.
have a great night.
You
All
too.
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, bye.
All right. So then, in other news from Neshoba, I'll just go through this very quickly. You got this too, right, Sam? Does Catherine Withrow?
Oh, she sent me a whole bunch of things.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a bunch today too.
I've only gotten half the emails, so I don't.
Yeah,
I just got all
yeah.
these invites, and I was like, no,
Yeah. That's what the whole flurry of emails was. So.
Okay, I got invited to a whole bunch of things, and I was like, I don't even.
Yeah.
It was like just kind of a general update.
Okay.
But this presentation came in it, which I believe. So I was going to call Catherine sometime in the next week or so to just touch base with her, because I didn't go to the first meeting of this that was kind of setting everything up, but
Right.
you did, right?
I did, and I did not stay for the whole thing, but we
Okay.
broke up into little focus groups, and I
Yeah.
wanted to visit like at least 3 of them, and I didn't have the time or space or whatever, but I jumped on the Neshoba hospital
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
and that had just started. That really started to get going, and so yeah, it looks like there's going to be the Zoom. She's going to Zoom with these different. Well,
Yeah.
you're right. We got a lot.
Yeah.
There's 4 of them.
There's 4 of them.
4 set up. Yeah.
Yes. So what she wants is for you to pick which ones you want to go to, if not all.
Okay.
And I wanted to try and stick with the one for the Neshoba, the hospital, healthcare access.
Healthcare access. All right.
And what was the other? Yeah, healthcare access was the one that included that. And then the holistic community planning was nutrition access, walkability, housing,
Cool.
natural resource preservation, and transportation was at the top of the list for a lot of these things. I mean, for that especially.
Yeah.
And the social isolation.
Yeah.
So trying to brainstorm, I know that they have MART now and they have all these, but I think what came to the surface on a lot of those discussions is you have an isolated population.
Yeah.
They don't know these things and they're not
Mhm.
privy to that information, or, how are you
Yeah.
going to get through to people?
How do
who
you
don't?
get information
Yeah.
out there?
So
That
that's,
one sounded very
Yes.
interesting to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That I was going to try to make that one. Are they all? I opened one real quick and went, oh, it's on a Tuesday morning.
Well,
Are they all during the day? Do you know?
I'm trying to think which one. I think the first one that I got. Okay, that's the social. January 10th. January 20th. That's a day. That's social isolation one.
Yeah.
The other one is Thursday, January 29th. I think that's 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, it does look like it, Pam.
Yeah. So it might be a matter of like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I saw one on here that was an evening one, but maybe I'm not. Yeah. So the good thing is I can.
Okay.
I
all
can
right.
I can do this, and I can Zoom and take notes, and
Yeah,
we
that's
can
cool.
get
You want to
going.
do the healthcare access?
Yeah, that's on Monday, February 2nd.
Okay.
And it looks like, is it 2? Yeah, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I can RSVP to that one. And the other one, the holistic community,
Yeah.
that's January 29th.
You want to do that one? I'll do the other 2, if I can.
Yeah. Well, we have a little bit of time. Because
Yeah.
The
I'll-
first one isn't until the 20th.
Okay.
Um,
And that's the social isolation one,
Yes.
I think, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So we've got January 20th, January
Okay.
29th, February 2nd and February 13th.
That must be the youth mental health.
Youth mental health,
Okay.
yes.
Youth mental health is on the 13th. That's at 11 in the morning.
Yeah, yeah, they're all day. I thought I
2
saw
o'clock.
them. Yeah,
1 o'clock and 10 a.m.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can manage to squeeze those two in, because I'm really curious to see what this is all about. I found the presentation very interesting, that this is the first,
yes.
micro coalition that we're getting going in this area. So
Yep.
I think that is very cool. What I wanted to check with Catherine is just, is there anything that we as a board can do to kind of help get information out there? And,
Right.
I know that this is on Neshoba's website. I mean, Sam, is there anything you think that we should link?
Take advantage of the social media on the town.
Yeah, town, if we could just get some, maybe of this stuff posted.
Yeah.
There's a presentation, and I can ask Catherine, like, what would be the best way for us to do this? Like, to do one link that goes to the Neshoba page that.
Or, yeah, what do you want highlighted?
Yeah, because it sounds like there's definitely still opportunities for more people to get involved in the breakout group. And I think I saw that there's actually, there are like 2 paying jobs too that are involved in this. They're looking for 2 resident leaders, paid positions that will help facilitate working groups and be leaders for the local coalition. So, and it does have some guidelines here. It's a fluid voluntary membership. You can join one, you can invite other people to join, you can join more than one. It looks like it's pretty flexible as far as if people need to, come in, and then if you
Check
need to
out,
miss
yeah.
one perhaps. But I'm just very curious to see what they've got going. There's also in here some good links for just general resources. There's some good general resource links, and there's also for like each one of the breakout groups. So youth mental health, it'll list like what current things are going on, and then things that potential ads that came from the breakout group from the last one, which kind of gives you an idea of what other people
If
are
we
thinking
could-
about.
What would be good to advertise or
Yeah,
what
I'll
they
ask
want
her.
to share. It might take a little bit. Our new IT director did start today.
Oh, really? Okay.
So there's
That's
a
good,
little
yeah.
flux of who's
Yeah.
doing what with what portions. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Is
gotcha.
that, no, I was there for that slideshow presentation. How many, could we get that put on our?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is
And
that
that
we
put
we
on-
certainly could,
I
at
didn't
least
know
just
how,
post
like
this.
you said, the IT people, how many.
I don't, because I can't.
And
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there would be a link that, like, if we put it on the town website, we run that by them. If someone wanted to click on and see that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Like,
Yeah.
I'll ask Catherine what can we do to help? Like, so we're not duplicating any connections they've already made, but how can we help?
Yeah.
And I think what we can offer is, we can, we do have a little Board of Health,
Yeah.
I guess some links on our
Yeah.
page. But then there's the town website, and there's also the town Facebook, which I'm not sure.
What's the difference with, the town website is
The town website is the town's website.
town website.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not, is it the same information on both?
They quite often will cross post, but like the town's website each board has
Yeah,
their
it has
own
their
page.
own.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's where all of our stuff is, and then
Yeah.
there's
The
like
Facebook is
the Facebook
yeah.
is just current what we're doing right now of there's
announced.
Oh,
a-
okay.
it's
All right.
general announcements and
Yeah.
advertising, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay. all right.
So like they post like, please renew your dog tags, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
or if like there's a road closed.
Yeah.
It would be really interesting to see what becomes of this. I mean,
I think so
the more
too.
people to brainstorm this stuff,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, exactly. And it looks like they got a lot of suggestions, a lot of potential things,
Yeah.
To add, which is great. All right. Well, let me see what I can find out, from her. I'll then get in touch with you, Sam, and we'll see,
Figure out.
what we can do. And, yeah. What's the?
Yeah,
Well, give them a couple of
Yeah, right.
yeah, I saw the first two come in, and
Uh,
I'm looking at them going, yeah, I could probably do it. And then there was another one, and then I
they just kept going.
I think she just really is working on lining these things up
Yeah,
and getting it
yeah.
ready to go, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, and that's important.
And I met the, I don't know what her title was, but she was the ride-along person from COIN.
Oh,
She was there,
cool.
and she gave me her email, and she said, if you ever want more information, or you
Ooh.
want to call or
Hmm.
talk to us, I'll get her name. She was on the
Oh,
signed
that's good
list.
to know too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an interesting. I'm glad to hear that they're utilizing that, not just for the the opioids and things like that, but for, according to Chief Gill,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of different. It covers a lot of different
Covers
things.
a lot
Yeah,
of things. Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic.
Yeah.
We've really come a long way in how we
Uh-huh.
approach things like that. Yeah, all right. I'll just see what we can do maybe to help support that.
Yeah.
And then Trish, you have had another opioid abatement.
Well, we didn't have
Did you
anything
have a
over the
meeting?
holidays. And I emailed, after I emailed to you and to Pam, I was like, did I already send this, because it was older? But I just wanted, because we had an
To
meeting.
make sure. Yeah.
So, what came out of that was, I just wanted to double check what they meant, because when we got the, Jenna is fantastic about sending that out. And so you go, oh yeah, that's right, that's what we talked about.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they had talked about, they discussed appointment of an advisory committee members and how each town thinks they will go about this.
Ooh.
And I was a little confused, because I'm like, here we are as a working group to
Yeah.
talk about, the funding and things like that. So what would that entail? So I emailed Brad Holub, who's, Francis Daigle is on sabbatical. He's not going to be around for a while. And
Okay.
Littleton was the primary. They were the site.
Mhm.
So he's going to be out. Somebody else is going to be stepping in for him. So
Okay.
Brad stepped up, and he was going to be on. Now he's switching. He's going to be on the advisory committee.
Okay.
So I was totally confused about this advisory committee, because they said it would entail finding somebody, or I said, what's the process? How do you find someone that wants to be on this? And I feel like the other towns are a little bit more involved than we are. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm going and taking notes, and then we're hashing it out, and then we go and we talk to the select board. These guys seem to have like a lot more people to bounce things off of. So I reached out to Brad, and he said, for Harvard, I'm stepping down as the chair of the abatement group.
Okay.
I don't know where that's going to leave us. We'll find out when we get the next meeting.
Yeah.
In town, and taking on the advisory committee. For our secondary alternate, another member from our abatement group is going to ask a friend in town that he thinks will be willing. Otherwise, he said he'd be willing to be the alternate. It's a tough role to fill. I suggest asking for the select board to post a notice on the town website, and maybe ask the local paper, if they can put in a notice or write an article to drum up some visibility, I'd be happy to chat. So it's kind of vague. To me, it's kind of vague. What is that role?
Yeah, what would their
Yeah, what is it?
duties
Yes,
be?
and-
What would their...
And because they, they said they were, this committee, what is the role and why would it have to have a swearing in of that person? So he left that part out. But
Yeah.
I'd like to dive into that a little bit more and get some clarity on how to go about it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we would get that much,
Yeah,
people putting their hands in the air if they don't really know the nuts and bolts of what it is, then they're not gonna be
What
saying,
does it entail?
Yeah.
How much does it entail?
Right.
That's what I think we gotta,
right.
if you can try to,
But, yeah,
ferret
and
that
that was
out.
kind of left out of the discussion, so.
okay.
It's for like a job description almost.
Yeah, it's something, yeah, and then,
Mm.
so the getting the funds to a central account in Littleton was the,
Yeah, they're still
the center of it.
Yeah.
And then
Host
we have to
community.
talk about, do the select boards have to sign off every year on this?
Oh,
Which
right, right.
I think we talked about that when we went in front of the select board, right?
Mhm,
It's
yeah.
they probably do because the funding's gonna fluctuate.
Yes, I think so.
And it already has.
Yeah.
And,
I bet
depending
they
on-
do.
Yes, and especially
they
with
do.
Harvard, it's
Yeah.
already fluctuated, so there's a lot of, I got a lot of sloppy notes here, but the next time that we get
Yeah.
together, they'll be putting a notice out pretty soon, but that was
Okay.
kind of,
Yeah, any info you can get on that and, how, if we're gonna try to see who's interested, we've gotta be able to explain to them what
yeah,
it really is gonna entail. And yeah, time commitment.
and what's the time frame? I mean,
Yeah.
if I go to the next meeting and it looks like all the other towns already have this on board, it'll be like,
Mm,
You know.
yeah. And I'm assuming that's a resident representative, so it would be like from the town.
that
of
town,
Ayer.
yeah, yeah.
All right. And
So-
he was talking about alternates and second alternates.
That's what he said in the email, so
I wonder how many.
yeah. So he said he's willing,
Yeah.
I'd love to have him, give me more info on that, so.
Yeah, see what you can find out
Yep.
from him.
That was late this afternoon when I got that response, so I
Okay.
didn't go back and, yeah. I think we have a week or two before we meet again.
All right. Yeah.
They said the next one will be coming up, January. It's usually mid-month.
Okay. See what you can find out, and if they had anything like in writing when
Yeah.
he was talking about having them post it. Like, is that how they did it?
Yeah.
Did they have any like little fact sheet maybe they could give
Huh.
out or something like that?
Yeah, I want a little more detail how they went about it, and I think Groton
Yeah.
too. So,
Yeah, that would be cool.
Catherine Yates. Okay.
All right. That is that one. Next item we have is the keeping of animal and fowl regulation. So on that one, I wanted to ask, I was just reading a couple of things that I read in the paper in the last week have really made me think about the fowl permits. And it all has to do with the bird flu business. And so they've had to destroy a flock, I read, in Dukes County, which is great. It's Martha's Vineyard and some of the other islands. So
Flock
of backyard birds. It said backyard chickens.
really?
Yeah, they had. And I guess there's 2 strains of bird flu that are, kind of going around right now. And one of them seems to be less mild in the birds, but it can be worse in other species.
Oh, wow.
And so I kind of just wanted to check with, I guess, probably Mike Cahill, or assuming he's still doing that job, Mass Agriculture, to see, do they have any recommendations or anything that are going out to, are they doing anything proactive? Because if they are, is there anything we should be thinking about in our regulations that could maybe help give people some guidance or anything even that we could include with the application of the permit that's like information about bird flu.
Or
'Cause-
does Bridget have anything? I know last
Yeah.
year she had a lot of information that she brought to one of our meetings about it.
Yeah, yep, exactly. And I think to Sam's point, absolutely, we've got to put something in there about timing and late applications
Oh,
and
yeah,
such.
yeah.
So I would say that one, let's keep it on the agenda, but I need some time, I'll need the next week or so to check into the bird flu thing and see. I'd also talked to Bridget about, I think this was, God, this may have been at least a year ago, about should we also be like giving people, because we mailed them the permit, right?
I email them or I mail them.
Okay, or
Depends on
email
who
it.
it is.
Yeah, either way. But like including stuff there about, rats
I
and.
did include rats last year.
Okay, perfect. Bears? Do we have bears covered somewhere? That's all over the news again. Bears.
It was
and-
mostly rats.
It's mostly bird feeders, I think,
It's
though, with the
mostly
bird
bears. Not so
feeders.
much chickens, right?
Not so much chickens.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff we mail it is rats. Most of the complaints we get is rats.
Yeah, okay.
Don't know. I mean, one person complained about a bear, but I don't think they had chickens.
You would think the
Yeah, it
cold
wasn't
weather
true.
would slow that down, no?
I don't
Aren't
know.
those guys supposed to go to sleep?
I thought
And you would
so.
think
I
the
don't
rats,
know.
I mean, I don't know how far they can burrow down in the ground and stay warm, but
I would think they would be pretty chilly. right
yeah,
about
by
that.
now.
I don't know if they actually.
Hibernate?
I don't think they do.
Don't some of them like do that state of
They go
torpor
into
where they're
torpor.
yeah
A
they're
lot the
kind of
rodents go into
it's
torpor.
not a full
Yeah.
hibernation and they kind of perk up. If it
That's
gets
why I
warm.
would think that you wouldn't see them for
Yeah.
maybe a little.
They do slow down. But
Yeah.
they do also like to go inside.
Yes, they do.
Yes,
We're on our
don't
third
know.
order from Amazon. Mouse traps.
Get your peppermint oil.
Yeah.
I don't know
Mm.
about rats in hibernation.
Yeah.
I know guinea pigs will hibernate.
Will they?
Really?
Yeah, my guinea pig as a child got too cold in my bedroom and I thought he died.
Oh.
So I brought him downstairs and I put him in the wood stove so my dad would take care of him and he woke up.
And he fought out.
Holy cow. That's wild.
It's like those iguanas down my brother-in-law's
So
down in Fort Myers.
I had to keep him.
They fall out of trees and
I
stuff.
had to, I had to keep him downstairs in the winter because my bedroom was too cold.
Oh, no kidding.
Poor thing.
He would go to sleep. He would just like give up and go to bed.
Yeah.
I don't know how hibernated he was, but
They must
Yeah,
have
it's a
that
weird
same
thing.
kind of metabolism like a bear, where they
Yeah,
can get
everything
so many
kind
beats
of-
and they just
yeah.
slow right
no,
down.
I thought my guinea pig had died. He was fine.
That's so funny.
She, it was a she. But
It was a she. Oh goodness.
nothing like being a kid. Like I just brought it down. I thought it died. I just left it on the floor. I was like, Dad'll take it.
It's like it's not the goldfish you can flush. It's like
It's not. I'm not.
and get a twin.
I thought my
So-
turtle died just a couple of years ago because he was under his basking light, but he was just like,
Oh
yeah, everything was just like flat out. And so I waited till Don came home and I said, I think Teddy's dead. And he goes, what's wrong with him? He's like,
Hanging out.
yeah, and he was fine. I don't know what got into him for a moment there, but yeah, maybe.
How old is he?
He's probably about 30.
No, is he
now.
a tortoise?
No, he's a red-eared slider. He's the oldest red-eared slider in captivity, I think.
They need water?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you have a
he's in a-
tank.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. God love you. You gotta clean that, and that's not like a fish aquarium. It's bigger, much bigger.
Well, it's pretty
Yeah.
decent
Wow.
size, but it's got a good filter.
How big?
He's probably only about
He's little.
Oh yeah. They're like limited. I think they limit their size. I've read by the size
By the
of
size
like,
of their surroundings.
of their enclosure.
Oh
but
wow.
yeah, he's awful. He begs for food just like a dog. All my animals beg for food. Oh god. All right. So let's keep.
I do have a question about the regulations. So I know you talked about before updating them. When
Yeah.
when you actually update them.
Yeah.
You want to have that as a public hearing?
I'm not sure if we have to
I don't
or
know.
not.
Think we have to, but I know for other regs we've done it, unless you're just, checking like, yeah, this is
Yeah.
so cool. Only because if we were to do a public hearing, I'd want to send notices to all the people who have permits so they know it's changing before the next
Yeah.
permit
yeah.
cycle.
Guess it would depend on whether we make material changes or if we just, keep it.
I mean, if it's the late fees are being added.
If it's just late fees, then
So it's just like an amendment, but not.
yeah,
But-
that's kind of what I would say. Did you ask Carly or
I
Robert
can ask
or
them.
whoever? Yeah.
I know regulations don't require a public hearing. I just know we've done it
We have.
for
and-
others and sort of
Yeah.
as a courtesy to those who it affects.
Yeah, and we have done it with animals, with the animal reg before when it's been like a significant.
So I just wanted
change to that.
that because if it's a public hearing, then
Yeah, we
I
gotta
put it in
think about.
paper so I know.
Yeah, yeah, we gotta think about.
And then the current batch of permits expire on May 31st.
Yeah,
And I tend to mail out notices mid-March.
that's what I was thinking. Is that we should have figured out what we want to do here for the next meeting.
Okay.
So I'll
Yeah.
take that to bring the red line to the next meeting. So I'll have to look at the bird flu stuff before then.
I hope that doesn't get out of control. It didn't. The last time we talked about the bird flu, it didn't really spread as bad as we thought.
I guess it's still
It's kind of-
taken out a lot of those commercial flocks. But like one of the things that I saw in the newspaper, and I think this was coming out of the agriculture, was to like try to, it's not an absolute you must, but kind of try to keep your chickens so that they're not mingling with wild birds and getting into
Yeah.
like wild bird water sources, because that's where they're going to have a lot of transfer of, probably
Lucky,
infectious, material. And I think most people, probably in the winter especially, keep them in some kind of enclosure. I mean, in the summertime, I know I'll see free range ones eating
Yeah,
ticks
my
and
daughter's
stuff.
my daughter's flock has lost quite a few because of the foxes and whatever else is up there.
Yeah,
I think she's
right.
only down to 4 now.
Oh,
She started off with like 10,
well, and that's the other
but she
problem
has a
with
good
free range.
coop with some
Yeah,
birds in there. Then they go in at night and get locked in, but
yeah, that's probably
it's just
good.
them.
Yep, just down to a smaller number.
Yeah.
Huh? Some of the girls.
See the feathers all over the yard.
Oh
You
God,
can't figure it
that's
out.
gotta be so sad.
Yeah.
Absolutely so sad. I love the chickens in my neighborhood. The girls. All right. Call log. I took a look at, and I also talked to Bridget today too, and it looks like she's on the housing complaint issues, and there were some of those from the previous one with mice and rats and whatnot, and then a new one about clearing the driveway that she's been in touch with right folks, so I think we're okay on call log. The minutes I read, but I think we have an interesting situation here where even though I'm the only signature on it, I don't think I can sign these just myself. I think I have to wait till the next meeting, right? When
Yeah,
Steve's here.
I realized
Okay.
that because you weren't here, so
Right.
you can't.
Yeah, yeah.
And then as I was writing those,
Okay.
after I'd already done the agenda, the November meeting minutes we never voted on because Trish wasn't here, and
Oh.
so you could amend the agenda and vote on the November meeting minutes if you want to do that.
Can we do
So
that?
Here, so you can't vote on December 8th, but you can vote on, and I think I have a copy, hopefully.
Was that one that needed an edit or something, or?
No, because the November meeting, you and Trish were present. but
Oh,
not
it's another
Steve.
one of those.
And so
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
There wasn't enough humans
But we
around.
can do that one.
Yeah. What do I need to do to amend?
Someone needs to make a motion to amend the agenda, assuming I have those minutes, so don't do it unless I
Yeah,
have.
don't do it yet.
So you can make a motion to amend the agenda, and remove the December 8th minutes and replace them with the November 10th.
Okay, I'll make a motion to amend the agenda and not vote on the December 8th. We're going to do November's,
Yes, November 10th.
November 10th's meeting minutes instead.
All right, I second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And I think correctly, I had looked at this one. It's just that we didn't have the right. Oh, yeah, the bees, the mice. Okay, that looks reasonable to me. You wanna, so you gotta move to accept them.
Yeah, motion to accept the minutes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I make a motion to accept the minutes of November 10th, 2025.
I second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So you
They will be signed.
All right. One of those.
Good.
I didn't realize it until I was after I'd done the agenda. And then I was,
I
they
know.
don't always type the minutes until
Yeah,
Friday
I got
morning.
you.
I know. Makes sense.
Well, at least we cleared out one.
Oh yay!
Yeah.
I'm almost up to it.
Okay.
All right. What do we have for then permits and mail and?
All kinds of things. Okay, well we don't have any mail, but
Okay.
or not good mail. Let's see. So.
Oh, did I ever? I never signed the Neshoba invoice, right?
No, you did. You sent it to me. It was.
I
They took
did?
it.
Okay.
They took. She's
Okay,
like
okay,
it's fine.
Okay. Okay. Oh, all right, all right, all right.
Didn't worry.
I thought there was something else I needed to sign. I thought I needed to sign like the document or something.
We have a tobacco permit for the jack-o'-lantern. They're all set. They did what they actually did it before December 31st.
Very good.
So
Is there application? So same
people.
folks. And they got their tax. Yep, they got the tax document. Okay.
So I make a motion
Yep.
to grant a permit for the sale of tobacco, cigarettes, and other products that contains tobacco to Traffic Circle Liquors, Jack-o'-lantern, 2 Littleton Road in Ayer.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Still strikes me as strange that the
Yes.
Board of Health issues.
It's all. No way. It's,
Anyway,
let's see.
this is the 12th. Right?
Yes. And that was the last one. All of our permits were
Perfect.
done and in before the end of the year.
Wow.
For
Awesome.
tobacco.
Yeah,
tobacco,
for tobacco.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do have one trash hauler permit. Actually, you guys voted on this last meeting. It was the one that didn't pay, but I had all the paperwork.
Oh, right.
So you don't have to vote on it. It just.
So now it just needs to be signed. Yeah.
So
Okay.
All right.
that one's fine. It was voted on last meeting.
Am I signing it then? The
You can.
Does the
It doesn't
date
matter.
change? No?
yeah. All right.
contacted them, and she was like, I did like 6 in a day. I thought I paid. Did I not pay? Who? Did I pay?" I was like, it's okay. Just send us the money. So we do still have one outstanding trash hauler. He is now officially late. I have heard nothing from him. It is Sullivan and Son Disposal, someone who is late every year. I sent a third notice in angry red letters. I sent it certified in regular mail. I sent the last one certified as, actually I've sent them all certified. I have received nothing. I have heard nothing.
Do they do residential and
Commercial. They have,
commercial?
here's the
or-
thing, they only have 3 customers in Ayer.
Hmm.
That is it.
Really?
Really?
It's an apartment building, St. Mary's, and somewhere else, I can't remember. But
Really?
they only have 3 people, 3 customers in the whole town of Ayer. I have called them. They don't pick up their phone.
Are they out of Harvard?
No, they're out of Fitchburg.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the ones that have that place on Cambridge Street? The one that's always.
The-
Oh, no, that is them. Yeah, the one that
Okay.
covers over.
That's always overflowing?
Yeah, that's them.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, this is, I even, like, last year they were really late. The year before they were late. I even talked to Heather, and she said every time they were late. So they've been late for, it looks like a decade.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, probably.
And they only have 3 customers. They don't pick up their phone. They changed their addresses last time. They didn't even tell us.
So
So,
what recourse? What's the,
I'm
long?
feeling at this point like if we don't get what we need by the next meeting, we're just gonna vote that they
yeah, because if.
are not, they do not have a permit and they've got to cease and desist.
If the history looks like that, and that is the one
Yeah.
that we're thinking of on Cambridge Street, then come on.
Yeah, can you grab the history
yeah, I can grab it.
for them? And yeah, we'll definitely talk before the next meeting for sure, but let's kind of
I-
see where they are.
I did put, sort of to scare them a little, in this letter, if you do not contact the Board of Health by January 21st, you will be required to appear.
Okay.
Love it.
That's it.
Yeah, perfect.
Last time I wrote that, they filled it out right quick, so
This is so crazy. All right. When did you send them that version?
Friday.
Oh, all right. Let's give them a couple of days on that one. Let me know how that one goes.
Yep.
I would love to have them come talk to us.
Could force it, you can make them anyway. It was just sort of, maybe I'll give you a little scare.
Yeah.
Alright, and then I have an animal and fowl permit. Someone chose to get chickens.
A new one?
Yep, brand new
Wow.
person.
What a time of year to get into chickens.
15. I'm
15.
26.
So yeah, so this is for 15 Sandy Pond Road. They have 6 chickens.
Oh,
They decided to get chickens in December.
Where's 15?
I don't know.
Is that closer to Sandy Pond or closer to the Rotary?
Closer to the Rotary because we're 26, next door is 24, so at 22 with Swartz's. So it's heading that.
And the
Oh,
numbers
I have
are a
a
little
feeling.
funny over there.
I have a feeling I know who, yeah. I think it's on the other side of the street,
Closer to
after the railroad tracks. I'm pretty sure.
I'm trying to even think what houses are right there.
They had gotten chickens. Julie happened to see that they had chickens, had me send them a letter like, hey, you need to get a permit. They filled it out right
I think
away.
a lot of people don't realize that they,
Yeah.
Yeah, because not every town requires.
Yeah.
So,
it, so,
anyway.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
but she'd been out, when she realized, she talked to him, she checked it out.
Miller's old house,
Oh.
the original.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
But they have a big backyard. They
Yeah.
used to
yeah,
have
yeah.
bunnies there. They used to-
Yeah.
they used to have a rabbit hutch
I
out back.
remember. Yeah, I remember that. And they sold them, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I remember seeing the signs for them.
They had,
Okay.
I also vaguely remember, like, a couple of months ago, I think they had started the process and then didn't get the chicken. Like, they,
Oh.
like, kind of knew, but once in a while, I know people will get the chicks and they don't apply for the permit until they know they can care for them or they'll
yeah.
survive. Because I've had a
Mhm.
few who are like, can I wait like a month
Yeah, I got
Because what
you.
if they all die, or if this is horrible, and I
Right.
hate doing this?
Mm.
Yeah, because December's a little, that's odd.
Yeah.
So they must.
Yeah, where do you even get chicks in December?
And maybe they didn't get chicks,
They-
maybe they got.
Maybe they got.
Yeah, they could.
Unless they got
Yep.
chicks a couple of months ago and
And
now.
because
God,
I've
that
also
could be
had a
good.
handful that, like, well, I kept them in my house.
Yeah.
So that no one knew they had chickens.
I can see people keeping the chicks in
Yeah,
their
the
house.
Yeah,
kids
I can see that. Yep.
The little ones.
So
popping
sort of
around.
all right.
Okay. Do you want to look at this first for a make a
Yeah,
motion?
let's just see what they gave you all the right.
Yeah, they gave me all this.
And how many are they?
Six.
Just six. That's
Yeah.
a good number.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of.
They have a nice big backyard.
Yeah, boy, that's for sure.
Goes way back.
That is a lot of room back here. Look at that. Ah, all right. Looks reasonable to me then.
Okay, I make a motion that we grant a permit to Ebony and Matthew Sodal,
Sure.
15 Sandy Pond Road, for total number of animals up to 6 chickens.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So we don't have anyone outstanding right now with foul, right? Or do we?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
There
We
was one
should-
that I contacted, but I don't think they have chickens anymore, so I'm not worried.
Okay.
I've been near their house.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I didn't know
gotcha.
You gotta sign that.
Oh, yeah.
I was just looking at the aerial view there for
Yeah.
the
right.
neighbors there.
And now I would do it if it's new, but some of them within the next, by March, I stopped, I'm not gonna make you do 25.
Yeah.
Or 26.
I know. I know. This is true. All right. So, our next meeting is on what date? Let's see.
February 9th.
Yep. Oh, by that. So, 2-9. So I think what we need to have on there, we probably don't need anything with Neshoba Inn unless there's something
Right.
like left over that we still need to follow up. I would put, let's do the opioid working group on again, and then the other, Neshoba Health Equity Partnership one, and we can do an update on that one as well. I think the animal and fowl we need to have on there because we need to have the red line for any changes that we're going to make, and I will take that one. And then we'll just try to, Trish, get ourselves into some of those groups. And I will talk to Catherine too, and just beforehand see if we can come up with a way that we can help support them to get
Oh,
information
thank you.
out there.
You missed last meeting, so now you
Hey. I can't remember the last, I missed it. I did tell you I went up and toured the new offices in Groton. They opened a clinic. Jenna went. Yeah.
Like a
Sober Recovery in Groton.
oh, Neshoba. Okay, for some reason I was thinking of urgent care. Right.
And
I gotcha.
I forgot to bring the brochures. I saw Cindy Lavin she was at this.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was talking to her and I told her that I had
I
some.
bet she would have some great.
Yes,
input.
and she said that I meant to drop them off at her place because she said that she could do it. Yes, Neshoba Springs Recovery, and I thought that was
Yeah.
a good thing to talk about with the working group. It's drug and alcohol rehab in the old, in Groton, where my doctor used to be, next to CVS,
Yeah.
that brick building.
Oh.
It's in there where
Okay,
Emerson Health
okay.
used to be. Now they're on Main
Yeah.
Street.
Yeah.
So they, yes, and they
Ah.
accept insurance plans. It's a day facility.
Mhm. Yeah.
And they have a medical assessment within 48 hours. And
Ooh.
yeah, so and I think Coin, I asked I can't remember the woman's name, I'm sorry, but the one that does the ride-alongs for Coin, and
Yeah.
I said, did you know about this place? And she said yes, so they're working in conjunction
Yeah.
with them. So I just wanted to put it out there. If
That's
I'll try and find that brochure. It'd be nice to have it on the website if somebody
Yeah.
was struggling and they needed,
Yeah. Just more.
yeah. I don't know why that happens.
I
Do you
didn't
have
do it.
any, I can take them, put them outside the office.
Yeah.
I have two. I can make copies. Yeah,
I have a photograph.
yeah.
You
That's
guys
fine
don't pay
too.
for photographs.
And I wanted to give, like I said, I wanted to put one down for Cindy. She said she had some folks that probably
Yeah.
could use it too.
Yeah, that would be great.
But it's good to know that now in the area, now,
Mhm.
how many years ago we had nothing? Now we have Gosnell, and
Yeah.
now we have this place over here, and
Yeah.
you can go daily. They have groups,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So yeah, and it was very, and they have a meditation room. They, they teach all this holistic kind of healing,
Does that count as like outpatient recovery
Yeah, I think so.
services? Like even if it's court ordered or?
I think so. I
Yeah?
think, yeah, I can,
That's very cool.
yeah. So, someone struggling could get, I think it's like they said in this when we were talking about transportation to all of these things that we have now in the
Yeah.
area. That's the hard part.
It
Not
is.
just with the seniors, but with this population too, because,
Yeah.
they could get sober, but they can't get from point A to point B.
Right.
So maybe Coin,
Yeah.
not that they'd be a glorified taxi service, but at least,
Yeah. But
And I know that Medicaid pays for a it's called a P1 or something, transportation that they will cover.
really,
Rides to appointments.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up and see what it is exactly. But I do know some people that had to make court-ordered appointments,
Mm-hmm.
and when they were in recovery day appointments,
Yeah.
they'll pay for it.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
There's so many things that we tend not to think of. I saw something really interesting in Sunday's paper about, and it was talking a little bit, it was in the Globe, it was talking a little bit about the opioid funds and how very little of those funds have actually been made available yet.
Right.
For
No,
use in a lot of
because of
places.
all this stuff that we're doing right now.
Yeah, it's all the upfront planning and the how
Yeah.
and why. But one of the things that it said that has not really gotten much support from the community as a needed thing, but the people that need it really need it, is burial assistance. Especially for sometimes they're parents and grandparents, sometimes they're just, it's not even really that strong of a next of kin, but
Yeah.
if you don't want your cousin to rest in Potter's Field,
Right.
so, and I thought, God, yeah, I mean,
I know, you don't think,
Yeah.
it's a morbid thing, so
Yeah.
it's like you push that out of the way.
Yeah.
You don't think about that piece of it, but.
And one lady was saying, I called Catholic Charities. They don't do that. I called this person, that person. Nobody provides.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I think that if it's truly you're faced with a Potter's Field situation, I mean, I think they do something. This is more for if people want to do like just a modest, like a $1,500, you know,
That's where
you
those-
get a coffin, you
Yeah.
get a service.
You see all those
know.
GoFundMe pages. That's where those pop up.
Right.
A lot of families struggle with that because the expense is so
Yeah.
exorbitant that they can't even,
Right.
and that's why cremation has become so much more
Mhm.
popular than, you know.
Yeah, it's true, and it's just one of those things that you don't really think
No,
about,
you
but
don't.
yeah,
You don't
that's an
want to.
expense too. So anyway,
So we're making some big strides with
yeah,
that, and
yeah,
you know,
it's gonna get better.
I know the stigma thing. I know my daughter has had a bumper sticker on there. There's a group that was like this whole movement, Stop the Stigma,
Yeah,
because I know people that have tried to rent, try to get a loan, and when they go, oh, hey, there's a 2-year gap here. Where were you for 2 years? And then you explain where you were, and then it's like, well, I don't know if you're eligible for that.
Right. It follows you.
And you know what? You have to see both sides, because if you're a landlord and someone and what if someone relapses and they're not going to be paying me? I don't know if I want to take that chance, but that is a stigma, and it is kind of a prejudicial thing. So
Yeah, it's true.
yeah.
It is really true. All right. So I think that's all we have for tonight. So
That's enough.
if anyone wants to,
I would make a motion to adjourn Monday, January 12th, 2026 Board of Health meeting.
I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned.